the last 2 weeks, our whole world has...
All right. I don't know what that was, but welcome to the show, everybody. I am your host, Peter Brown, and as always, I am joined by Mr. Uncle Ed. Say hi, Ed.
How's it going, guys? How's it going? I'm protected. I hope you guys are too. I've got my sanitizer just in case. My gloves are around there somewhere, but can you guys hear me?
Yeah, Ed, we can hear you. It's an interesting look. You know, I know that the CDC is recommending everybody wear some face masks. I think you might have taken it to the extreme, though.
Well, you know, I looked at my old Army stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, look, I got a gas mask, so I'm going to start using it for work, too.
Yeah, when you go to Publix to buy your toilet paper, that's what you should be wearing. Yeah,
people are going to be cool with it, you know, and, you know, it's protecting myself, man.
Nowadays, you know, the protective wear is going to become fashion wear. And I think you're leading the charge.
Oh, I'm good, man. I can go to the games. Wear a scarf, too, if I want to. Look at that.
Yeah, let's see what a scarf looks on that thing.
Yeah, look at that. Woo!
All right. Yeah,
I'm ready. I'm ready for the game, Peter.
You're ready. And the rest of us are going to have to watch it from remotely or something, but I think you're all set.
But I'll be there, man. I'll be like...
And that's...
Dale, Rosado. Dale, Rosado.
Right? Something like
that. Yeah.
And that's official. What you're wearing is official,
dude.
That's,
I mean, come on.
Government issued.
It is M17. I think they're called something like that. And I got glasses on too.
Yeah. You could wear your
glasses in there, so I can see clearly.
You can see clearly now. All right. Yeah. Well, that's good. I'm glad that you are prepared for whatever comes our way.
Oh, yeah, for sure, Peter. But you know what? I think for now I could probably take it off. What do you think?
I think for tonight's show, I think you're safe to take that off and let it go. And I mean, I don't think your house is infected yet, so you should be all right. You're home.
I'm good. I got my hand sanitizer right here, too.
Yeah, you might want to sanitize after touching that thing. I don't know how many years you've had that laying around.
That's true.
All right. Well, look, there's Uncle Ed is under that thing. Forgive some of this microphone noise that Mr. Serrano there is creating.
Sorry about that, guys.
That's good. That's all good.
Little issue there. It all got caught up and stuff.
All right. That was good. You know, like I said, you know, the funny thing is I keep hearing that all these other companies are going to start making face masks and things like that. So, you know, you're going to start seeing designer face masks. Why not designer gas masks?
I've seen people wear bras, you know, the bra cups.
Yeah.
They're starting to use that.
Is it with pink and like laces or what?
Yeah, I mean, you know,
if you're going to do it.
There's like designer, you know, ones and stuff. So you should, you know, raid your wife's, you know, closet.
Yeah, I could do that. Or I could just grab, you know, one of these.
That'll work.
You know, so we're themed.
Ah, nice. I like that one.
I could just do that, right? And you know, and go to Publix, you know, like this and look like a regular supporter, but also be safe.
Yeah, well, they might think that you're trying to hold them up, though.
Yeah, that's the only problem.
No.
Yeah, that's the only problem. Okay, I won't go into a bank wearing that.
There you go.
You know, I haven't gone into a bank in years anyway, so I think I'm safe.
Well, yeah, I mean, you don't need to anymore, man. You just, you know, you got your ATM and your debit card, you're good.
Unless you own a business and you're dropping off your daily loot, do you have a reason to go to the bank these days? I don't.
Not really.
Take a picture of the check. I'm off on my own. I'm on my way. I don't have to get out. You know, nothing.
Yeah. So have you named anybody yet in the chat room, Peter?
No, Ed. But before we do that, let's first mention our sponsor, Caneswear. Caneswear. Go to caneswear.com. And, you know, we want to thank them so much for sponsoring us and thank them for upping the offer. So this week, you could get 25% off when you use our code this week, football. It's spelled the Spanish way, the way that our channel is spelled. So the code word is football. So going into the caneswear.com, use the code name football and get 25% off. And what's great about it, Ed, is it's not just 25% off of Inter Miami gear. It's 25% off all Inter Miami items, Miami Hurricane apparel, including socks, and all Florida Panthers, Miami Dolphins, Heat, and Marlins gear. Yes.
25% off Futbol, Futbol. We put it in the chat room also, so you guys can check that out. Write it down. Don't forget to, 25% off. That's a big deal.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. We just had, if you guys missed a little bit, I just had some sort of a technical difficulty with some of my connections, so I've had to bring Ed off of that and into this. And hang on a second, Ed. We're making some adjustments. Don't say anything. Here we go. All right. I think we should be back to normal.
Can I talk now?
Yeah, no, the computer's wigging out. It keeps changing the connections on me tonight. But everybody heard you because I quickly made an adjustment. So
okay, cool.
Yeah. So anyways,
I saw people were writing down, "What the hell, Ed? I can't hear you."
They didn't miss much.
No, that's true. Oh, you guys missed me with my gas mask. If
no,
you weren't on.
They didn't miss
right
that.
Now.
They didn't miss that. I don't think.
Okay, I hope they heard me.
Yeah, it just because I think it just happened right now when all of a sudden in my headphones you got really, really loud, and that's when it was kind of a notice that the audio had changed. So go to caneswear.com, 25% off. Any orders over $99, they ship for free. And now, like I said, for this week, it's a bigger sale, and you can get more than Inter Miami stuff. So it's great stuff. Anyways, Ed, why don't you welcome in our viewers or in the chat?
Guys, we've got a lot of people, Peter, today. It's probably because of Michelle Kaufman.
Mm-hmm.
We got Eric Thomas in the house, Judge Dredd the Law, of course, Gimme King, I think that's how you pronounce it. One World, One Goal. She's always in here with us. Shout out to her. And let's see, Anthony Manzano's here. We got Andres Hoyos. How you doing, Andres? Zapatos 42, size shoe 42s, also here. Jason Weiss is here.
Nice.
We got Alt Football is here. Wow, man. Let's see who else. Got a lot of Ricky Ricardo is here too. Ricky, we got to do some Spanish videos, Ricky. What else we got? I'm looking through everything. Jazz Fusion's also here. Julio Enriquez is here. Julio, how you doing? Julius Caesar. What else? And so we gotta look at that. A lot of Jose Martinez in here. Scare Acorn 39 is here. Sean the Fish Slayer. Gosh, he's here too. Yeah, so James Davies is also here. So yeah, man, Peter, I could keep going on.
Well, you should.
USM Chemic, I think it says. Angel L is also here, and I think I got everybody so far. So thanks for listening, guys.
All right.
Appreciate you guys being in here. We're waiting right now on Michelle Kaufman. So we'll be talking. Meanwhile, hopefully she'll join us in a little bit. I'm hoping, crossing my fingers.
Yeah, let her know, Ed, as you're reaching out to her, that to reach out to us via the show Skype.
Okay.
And then we can just go direct to her. When we do that, because she's joining the show a little bit late, we may end up losing Ed, but that's okay. I'm
no big deal, Peter. It's okay.
He'll survive. He'll be all right.
Yeah. But you guys, the important one is Michelle Kaufman anyway. So.
Yeah. So a lot of talk going on in here. So what is going on with everybody? There isn't a whole lot to talk about. That's the challenging thing right now, is not a whole lot going on. I see a lot of guys wanting to talk about, do you know if Beckham Stadium already started construction in the Miami location? No, it has not. So we do know that. We could talk, hammer us with all the questions you want. And we do have some voicemails that we could go through in a little bit, or maybe we should go through those on the front end. But they're still haven't started construction yet on the Miami location. That's still up in politics, and of course this whole thing we're all going through is going to slow everything down. On top of that, so at least we got a stadium in Fort Lauderdale,
and we got a place to play, and that's important.
And
it's nice too.
And I will be completely selfish and say that they could take as much time as they want, because I enjoy it being in Fort Lauderdale. I live close, so I like that. Completely selfish, and it is what it is.
Oh, it's going to be a lot closer to me if it's at Freedom Park, man. I'm pretty close from here, so I'll be happy.
Right.
You won't be happy, but
no.
Happy.
But me, Ed. I'll drive wherever. I don't care.
Because you're a hardcore soccer fan.
Yeah, exactly.
And a lot of people probably complain, but hey, we're gonna get buses and stuff to bring people down, so get ready for that. That's gonna be good stuff right there.
Absolutely.
And I'll start doing the videos, Peter. That's another thing I could start doing. I'll be the one doing the construction videos. Look at that. Unless you want to come down all the way down here and start doing it. Because, I mean, people got used to you doing the...
I don't know if I would go down there every single weekend, but I definitely will go down. Oh, and speaking of that, I know some people had asked about... They wanted me to still do the construction updates during this thing that we're all going through. So, I heard you. I went today. We will have a video up tomorrow for a construction update.
Nice.
Yeah. So, the challenging part of the construction update is... and I talk about it in the video, but the challenging part is that everything that's going on is really behind the scenes. It's kind of, you don't see any changes now when you walk around the stadium. The only changes you might see are some new plants. That's about it. Everything else is happening within the gates, and you don't really have a good view. So you don't see a whole lot of change. But we were there, and I show what I see, and
that's good.
Yeah. So we'll have one of those videos up tomorrow. I just, as soon as this is over, I've got to edit because what I've been doing, Ed. I'm curious what people have been doing during this thing, because you've got a little extra time. You can't leave the house. What are you doing to fill your time? I decided to go and paint my bedroom. I'm still not done with it, because it's a good sized room, and what
color is it? Tell me it's pink and black.
Oh, that would be sweet, wouldn't it?
Rosa negro, yeah.
No, it's pretty much white.
What? The wife told you to do that color?
No, because we want to sell our house, and so that's a good neutral color to sell it, and so that's why. So, there's thought behind it. And also, look, the white is the new color. If you look at all these homes that get remodeled now, it's all everything's white, and it's whites and grays and stuff like that. That's the new thing. That's what people want. So, right. And Jason Weiss is he's doing the same thing. He's working on the house while he's killing time. And I think that's what a lot of us probably are doing is working on the house. Ed, I mean, you're in an apartment. I don't know how much home renovations you can do.
I'm not going to do nothing. I'll tell you that much, because I'm renting.
Right. Right. You don't want to spend any money on that.
It's a nice place, but yeah, I'm not gonna pay unless I buy the thing.
You're right. Right.
Then we might be calling, and then it's gonna be rosé negro. Every room.
Jazz Fusion says if this persists, the kitchen gets addressed. So. Julio Enriquez is still working. Look, I'm still working too. And that's the thing, is everybody's talking about finding a lot of extra time. I was telling my daughter, I'm not really finding that much extra time, because I'm working inside the house, but I'm still working. And so my weekends are my free time. But the difference is, normally on the weekend, I might go and do something. I can't go anywhere and do anything. So I might as well paint the house.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
At least they're keeping you busy, Peter, and that's important.
They keeping me. It was my idea, Ed, because yeah. I mean, it's a room, we've lived in it for a long time. It's got some marks on the walls from moving things around. It just needs a fresh coat, and I'll finish it up tomorrow. I got 2 out of the 4 walls done, and then I ran out of paint because this is the same color that I used in my daughter's room, so I had an extra can of paint. So now I got to actually leave the house and wear my mask.
Oh man, I'd let you borrow my mask, but
because I got to go to Home Depot and buy another thing of paint.
This is a good one right here, man.
So I'll be like, but what's best? You got somehow got to work it to where you see the logo, right?
Yeah,
see the
that's
logo
better.
somehow.
Much better.
All right, I'll figure it out. I'll figure it all out. All right. Well, Ed, I'm not sure when Michelle Kaufman's going to get in touch with us, so you keep working on that. But while
I'm working on it,
while you're working on that, let me mention there was a text message that we got because one of our guys here in this chat, I can't remember where are you? He's from out of the country, and he couldn't leave a voicemail. The phone number wouldn't allow him to leave a voicemail, so he left us a text message instead. So I'm gonna read the text message. So this is James Davies, and he's from the UK, and he can't leave a voicemail because he's from out of the country. But his question is there any news on the main shirt sponsor? I'm asking
that would
you,
be
Ed.
an awesome question to ask Michelle, man. And we got to hold on to that. But from right now, I don't think anybody's going to do anything, to tell you the truth.
Well, that's the interesting thing. So we all think it's going to be Qatar Airways, right? That was a deal that was worth around $240 million. That's the one we expect. But now with what's happening, does that happen? Does a company like them have to pull back because this is a worldwide thing that's going on? How does that affect their business? Are they still willing to spend $240 million? I know they're a big company and they support a lot of soccer teams, but it'll be interesting if that deal dies.
Wow, yeah. It's possible that they might not want to do it because they're going to not many airlines are flying right now.
Right.
Or at least they don't have the schedule that they had before. They probably cut back flights.
Yeah.
So things might change, and that would be unfortunate because that was a good sponsorship right there.
Yeah, no. Hopefully it's still live. I'm trying to while you're talking, I'm trying to look at some of the comments, seeing what's going on. I know Zapata was talking to Alt Football about what happens in South Florida when there's people on the only loyal to Dade County and there's people only loyal to Broward County. And they start saying, I won't drive down there. That happens all the time, and it's one of my biggest pet peeves. I've railed about it for years on our various different shows that we've done about there being a wall at county line. People from Broward won't go to Miami. People from Miami won't go to Broward. Drives me nuts. Me nuts.
People, I tell you.
I sit there and tell you I appreciate the stadium being here in Fort Lauderdale. I say that in somewhat of jest. Sure, I like it. But I used to go to Tropical Park for Miami FC when there was like 10 people in the stands, right? So for me, I am that kind of soccer geek that will drive anywhere. I don't care. But there are so many people that are like that believe in that it's too far. I won't go that far. Come on. If it was a concert you wanted to go to, if you wanted to go see your favorite band or something, you'll go. You'll go to Broward if that's where they're playing. You'll go to West Palm Beach if that's where they're playing, because some concerts play there. So why not go see your soccer game? I don't know. I'm gonna leave that here.
Calm down, Peter. Calm down, man.
Yeah.
And you get all violent and hurt your computer there or the microphone.
Yeah. All right.
They got you roused up.
Go to a voicemail, Ed.
All right, do it.
All right. Let's start with Anthony. Anthony has this to say.
Hi, Pete. This is Anthony. I have 2 questions about the U.S. national team. Who do you think realistically is going to replace Carlos Cordero, and what position, in your opinion, has the most trouble developing in our system in our youth system? Forward, defense, midfielder, or goalkeeper? Thank you.
All right. So as far to me at least, as far as who's going to run the federation, I mean, I
Right.
don't know. They got a woman in charge of it now. I can't remember her name. I assume maybe she's a top candidate if they put her in there as a temporary person.
Yeah, but I think there was some controversy over her because she worked for one
Right.
of the
North Carolina?
yeah, North Carolina, I think, FC or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So there was some controversy about that, but just quit, and she could do it full time. I mean, I don't see a problem with that.
Right, I would agree.
If that's if that's an issue. I mean, and then who else is out there? I don't know. Wasn't Eric Winalda going for that once?
Yeah, he was. Well, I don't know if Eric Winalda would be good for the role, but I will tell you he would be entertaining. I think Eric Winalda is such an entertaining listen. It's kind of along the lines of Alexi Lala. Some people love him, some people hate him, but they're outspoken, and I love that. Take a stand, and run with it, whether it's popular opinion or not. So I really love the fact that he's outspoken. I don't know if he's got the vision for running the federation or not, but I like him. And if you remember back in our old days, back in Ultras Alive, we had him on as a guest. And that was one of my favorite things is sitting there. I was getting the guest. So you were holding down the fort on the show. And I'm sitting there doing small talk with him while he's in a drive-thru getting ice cream for his daughters. And I thought, we're sitting there talking kids and daughters and stuff. And I just thought it was one of the coolest conversations to be having with like American soccer icon.
Right. And I remember that too. And we're actually trying to do something so you guys will be able to have access to those old shows. I think it is available on if people want to listen to that, Peter.
Yeah, you can still listen to Ultras Alive. It's on Apple. It's on Apple Podcasts, so you could definitely listen to it there. And I think it's also on Stitcher. But to your point, Ed, we are what we've decided to do, and I've already got it on a few different platforms, and this show will go up as well. We are going to take this Sunday night show, and then also if I do that midweek show as well, because that's a hit or miss, we'll see. If we continue doing that, those both are these are kind of like, video podcasts, right? So we're going to put these on all the podcast platforms out there, right? So we're still for as far as Football Miami TV, we're still waiting for approval from Apple, but it'll happen. We're already on Spotify, we're on Google, we're on something called Breaker, we're on something else called Radio something or other. So almost anywhere you look for your podcast, we're on Stitcher. Anywhere you look for your podcast, you should be able to find Football Miami TV, so that if for whatever reason you don't want to watch it, but you want to listen to it just in your car, no problem. We're going to have it for you.
That's going to be great. We're looking forward to that. And then we'll probably put that on the website too, right? We'll put the old shows, the Ultras Alive shows, if you guys want to listen to some of those.
Yeah, so currently I am building us a new website. I was actually working on it a little bit in my downtime today when I took a break from painting. I went right away and grabbed my laptop and started working on that website. So yeah, we'll definitely have all the links to everywhere you can watch this current show. But then yeah, we'll find a way to put up our past shows as well. Again, you can listen to them easily on Apple, but why not also have them on the website as well? So we'll see about finding a way to do that as well. So good stuff.
Well, I'm still trying to do Michelle. It looks like she may have some issues with
Right.
she hadn't been on Skype for a while, and that's something that Peter and I were talking about. She wasn't sure what her password was or whatever anymore, so maybe she's struggling with that. But yeah, we had a conversation with Peter about maybe nobody uses Skype anymore.
Let's ask that. Does anybody use Skype? I mean, everybody uses FaceTime, and now obviously the popular one is Zoom. And I think I'm pretty sure we can use Zoom on this platform that we use to broadcast this show as well. I just have to do a little research. Zoom is like, I know, the new popular thing. Is it now overtaken? I wonder if we had told her, we're going to Zoom meeting it, and that would be no problem. Okay, easy. Yeah. So we're going to look at other options as well. So Anthony Manzano uses Skype. One World, One Gold uses Skype, WhatsApp, and Zoom. Yeah, I figured I use everything. I use everything. I use Zoom.
Yeah, it's still working out. Well, worst case scenario, if Michelle can't figure it out, and if we can't get her on, maybe you can talk to her on your midweek show.
Yeah, we'll get her in another day if she can't connect today. So I know everybody was listening into this show with hopes of talking to her, but instead you're just gonna have to deal with us.
Yeah, man. Because sorry about that, kids, but these things happen.
Right.
But that never happened to us back in the Ultras Alive days, did it? We never had a problem with not being able to connect with any guests.
Because we were just using a phone.
It was easier, yeah.
Everybody's got a phone. Now you're bringing in video, and then all of a sudden it starts to become, more complicated.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. But man. Oh, well, Zoom, for example, we used yesterday with some of the Southern Legion guys.
All right.
We got together. I had a couple of my beers right there, waiting for me nice and cold.
Nice.
And, we can't go out, so we're at least, talking to each other.
Way to do it.
Yeah, we started singing and, chanting, and new chants came up. But it's kind of complicated when there's like 30 people on the same call.
Because everybody's talking over everybody, yeah, I get it. I use it in my company, and we do these weekly huddles, where the entire company, and we talk about our what we're developing and all, company stuff. But everybody everybody's on mute unless you want to speak, and it's one or two people, speaking, and you may have one person talking over somebody, but it's not everybody. Everybody else is on mute. That way, it's a little more manageable. But
yeah. Mm-hmm. And the second part of that question.
Yeah. Anthony's Anthony is he's on top of it. If we stray off, pull us back.
Well, that's good. That way we don't, because we could go on tangents, man. We went from Skype to Zoom to we took off.
That's my favorite thing. We should call this show Tangent. That's my favorite thing. I've always said we'll talk a little bit of soccer with a lot of nonsense.
More nonsense.
All right. So his other part of the question was, where are we having more difficulty? Growing as a offense, defense. What do you think?
For the U.S. national team, I think you're talking about.
Correct.
Right? Yeah, dude. Right now we're in a period where I was just looking at a U.S. men's national game earlier today, Mexico versus the best games, Mexico, USA. And I was noticing, man, we had some great players. Landon Donovan, Bradley was still, it was from a few years back when everybody was still younger, and we had a nice team, dude. But now, man, it looks like we're in this little time where there's a little limbo, I think all soccer teams go through that. There's a time when they're good, and there's a time when they're like, not that good. And I don't know. I think we're going through one of those periods where we just have to start rebuilding, and because right now there's not a player that I can really name that I think is good enough, other than what's his name? He's playing in what's his name? The guy that's playing in Germany. The kid who's really good, the best American player we have now. I forget the names, man.
Yeah, I'm not the best with names, but I think
Pulisic.
Sorry. Oh, Pulisic.
Yeah.
Isn't he with Chelsea?
Oh yeah, he's with Chelsea.
Yeah. That's why you threw me when you said Germany, because I was thinking of Pulisic, but he's in.
It's Sean the Fish Slayer. Everybody's saying it now.
Yeah, because we're dumbasses.
He's also mentioning Gio Reyna, Jazz Fusion's.
All right. Yeah, no, I think our biggest issue is always the attack. Even in the old days, it's the attack. I mean, it's really hard to grow those kind of attack-minded players, those number 10s, and or those forwards that are hungry for the goal. I mean, those are the hard ones. We're always good in defense, I think. I mean, even when we leak goals, we're still good at developing defenders, even if sometimes there's ups and downs. But I think that's where our strength is more in the goal. Keepers, yeah, because
we got the best keepers.
Yeah, because I've always said, as little kids, we're taught how to catch. I don't care who you are, you're taught how to catch in this country, and so we're good at catching stuff.
I agree.
All right.
So.
All right, Ed. Want to go to another voicemail?
Sure. I had no idea that people were still calling in.
Oh,
I forgot to even promote it on social media.
Yeah. No, we got some loyal people. Anthony's always good for a good one. I don't know if I want to play Martha's. I guess I can, but it was specific to. I'll play Martha's. It was specific to Michelle though, but let's play it.
Oh.
Hey, it's Martha Italia of the Infusion out of One World, One Goal. Just want to say hello to Michelle Kaufman, the greatest sports writer ever out of South Florida, who just happens to be female, happens to love soccer. So Diego Sarna, number 17, says hello. We missed you guys. Looks like we're going to see everybody in September now, but we're not sure. And for Michelle, I think of all people, she deserves to do that Mount Rushmore question, which is, I think you should do 4 of the best players for the Strikers, and then she could do 4 of the best players from Miami FC, and then 4 of the best players on Miami Fusion. That way I make sure she picks Diego for at least somewhere in there,
I knew
even
that.
Miami FC or the Fusion. Obviously the Fusion. I honestly couldn't even pick 4 of the Fusion because I love them all. Okay, thanks, and I would say big hug, but oh, wait a minute. Elbow bump. Talk to you soon. Love you guys. Bye.
All right, good stuff. Good stuff by
You
One
knew
World
she was
One
going to
Goal.
throw in Diego Serna in there.
Yeah,
right?
you knew that she was just trying to find an angle where she can get Diego in there. But that is something that Ed was trying to tell me to maybe do some more of the Mount Rushmores. You know, some that are a little more specific to the different teams. You know, I did you know, South Florida in last Thursdays. If you haven't watched that, please go back and watch that. And it's cool as the one and only Ray Hudson watched it and thanked us for giving him a mention. I think his comment was that he said his ex-wife always thought he had a heart of stone.
Now he'd be etched in stone, right? Etched in stone.
Yeah, he'd be etched in stone. So I also mentioned it in the in tweeting with him that they should have a statue of him, and maybe sometime in the future we can have him on as a guest. We had him on a couple of times back in the old days, so it's always fun to go down memory lane with him. He's very colorful and very fun to talk to. But so yeah, I mean that's something we could do. We could continue doing some more Mount Rushmores. It's funny is in my Facebook post, it's mostly like the old Strikers buddies they're commenting, and so they're kind of like. I said of South Florida, but they're building their own like all striker. It will. Some of them did like 3 striker and Beckham. So it's like there's just strikers and now today. They're just,
I saw somebody also criticize that Beckham shouldn't be on there, but I'm like,
oh, did they? I didn't see that.
Yeah. One of the guys put something on there about Beckham. What's Beckham done? They haven't even played here yet.
No, but he got us the team. If it wasn't for him right now, we wouldn't have the team. And like I mentioned in that video, it goes even deeper. If it wasn't for Marcelo Claure, we wouldn't have it. Maybe Marcelo should have been up there, but I put Beckham just because he's the face of the team. But that's what's great about the topic is that it's so subjective. Everybody's got their own top 4, and that's really what you're talking about. Who's your top 4? And so, yeah, maybe we will do some more team-specific. I don't know if we'll do it this Thursday, but we could do it. Maybe we will, or maybe we won't. We'll see. I'm trying to line something up for Thursday. We'll see if that happens.
A lot of people were talking about Gerd Mueller that they thought he should have been up there, too.
Well, and that was one of the... When I was
bummer.
When I was putting together my image, I did have an image of Gerd Mueller in there. I found an image of him. I started to silhouette it. I was working on that and with that same thought. But then I just started thinking, I don't want to leave off Valderrama because to me, Valderrama really meant was, and I guess you could argue Serna could have been the one to be represent the Fusion because he was there all the years. But really Valderrama put us on the map in the beginning at least and was the face of the organization. So I really wanted him to be there. And so then it's like, okay, if we're going down the line, then it's like, is it Nene Kubias or Gerd Mueller? Well, Nene Kubias had a bigger impact with the Fort Lauderdale Strikers than Gerd Mueller did. Gerd Mueller was a big superstar and did amazing things with the team, but Nene was with the team longer and through the lean years, and also not just that team, he also played for the South Florida Sun. So in the Miami Sharks. So
he still lives here,
and he's local. So he didn't notice that. He didn't notice it though.
Shucks, man.
I'm gonna take him off.
I'll send a message. We follow at least one of his sons. I know I follow, but I haven't seen him much on social media lately. So I know he moved to North Carolina or one of the Carolinas.
Coco.
Yeah, Coco went somewhere, and so I've lost track of him, man. But yeah, he kind of like fell off the face of the earth.
Yeah. Are you keeping up with the chat, Ed? I mean, is there any good stuff in here in the chat?
Well, I'm looking right now. Peter
One
Brown.
World, One Goal does thank us for considering Cerna. Hey, look, One World, One Goal. I actually, I mean, I mentioned it before. It's now in storage because I was planning on moving, but I have a Miami FC Diego Cerna jersey, and it's not a jersey that he gave me, right? Because I'm not that cool. I went and I paid to get Diego Cerna on the back of my on back of my shirt. So I know the importance of Mr. Cerna, and I do dig the guy, and he's a good guy. He's a friend of ours as well.
Did he ever sign it for you?
No, but it was a shirt that I wear. I don't want to wear a shirt with a signature on it.
Right.
I mean, I could get it done now because I don't wear it anymore, right? I guess I could now next time we see him or something.
Well,
but
next time we see him,
yeah, hook me up. One World, One Goal.
Yeah, hook us up so we can also interview him. He's got to practice his English too. He's been out. He's been out for a while.
Yeah. We could try and do an English language interview with him, or we could just do a Spanish video where you and maybe Ricky Ricardo, handle that one. But that would definitely be a great guest for the show.
Oh yeah. It'd be a lot of fun
for the channel, because maybe it's not this show, maybe it's a different show, but for the channel. I mean, you guys are watching this. You're watching everything we're doing. I hope you are. But so, anyways, all right. What else?
Well, we have any more calls? I mean, I was surprised we had that many calls.
Okay, Ed,
I hadn't even promoted it, man. I totally forgot about putting it on social media. My bad.
That's okay. We got some good loyal listeners, viewers, and all that. And look, if you're new and you're not watching, and you're now listening to this on podcast form, call us 786-474-4435. Leave a voicemail. We'll talk about it. We'll play it, and it'll be on the podcast. It'll be on the video. Whichever format you're listening or viewing, we got you. All right, here's another one.
Hi, Pete and Ed. I have two questions. Who will replace Michael Bradley and Josie Altidore when they retire from the national team? And who's the next big center forward for the U.S. national team and the next best defensive midfielder? Thank you.
All right, that's Anthony again. And Anthony, dude, you ask us hard questions, man.
Yeah, man. You're, especially U.S. national team stuff. And I haven't been keeping up, man.
I know.
I haven't at all.
I don't have good answers for you because I don't think our talent pool is that deep. Let's be honest.
Yeah, we're in a limbo stage right now where we only have one real good player. I think. I gotta say, saludos to Gustavo Lorusso. He just interviewed me in Spanish in our Argentinian podcast, and he's Universidad del Éxito. That's him right now. Nice. That's in there. So had to do a shout out.
All right, thanks a lot, Universidad del Éxito. I mean, I feel like it's my job to try to say it.
Dude, you did it right.
Yeah, just slow, like maybe somebody, whatever.
Guys, don't forget the 25% discount Caneswear. Use that code Futbol. 5%, guys. Wow,
that's good.
That's a big deal.
Look, I might have to use.
I'm gonna get me something.
Exactly, I might have to use it because here's the thing: is I've been to the store, and it's great, and I know the selection, and if you watched our Instagram live, you saw the selection too, so that was good. They've got a great selection. Their website, caneswear.com, it's easy to find, and they got all kinds of stuff, and they're getting new stuff in all the time. So yeah, go there. 25% is a really good deal.
Man, I'm telling you, 25%. Don't forget that code Futbol. I'm putting it on the chat again, just so you guys don't lose it.
James Davis is saying he hears that Timothy Weah or Josh Sargent are the ones to look out for. I know
Timothy Weah, Josh Sargent, he's pretty good.
Yeah,
and he might be our center for. He's pretty big. He's the big guy that Anthony's talking about.
Yeah, but are they good, and are they good enough to get us to the World Cup?
That's the thing, man. Sargent's a pretty good player. Timothy Weah also.
Right. Good, but are they
Pulisic? He's the best one we got.
Yeah.
Offensively, they're basically all we have. Right now. So if somebody gets hurt, we're going to be in a world of hurt.
World of hurt.
Yeah. World of hurt. But yeah, man. I need to get back into the U.S. national team, man. We've been so concentrated on Inter Miami for so long that I neglected my national team, man.
Yeah, me too. And I'll be honest, since I don't have cable, right? So I cut the cord a long time ago, and I have ESPN Plus, and that's how I get all my my MLS, and I can watch a lot of soccer on that thing. But the one thing it doesn't have really a lot of is U.S. national games. So even when they are playing, I wasn't watching all the games because I just don't have them. I don't have access to them. And I know sometimes they're on Univision, but it's just, I don't know. It's just not the first place I think of going to, even though I could watch it. I don't care that it's in Spanish, and I'll turn down the volume or whatever. I don't care about that. But, and let's be honest, the Spanish broadcasters are a hell of a lot more fun to listen to. Even if you don't understand what they're saying, they got the passion. They're so much more fun.
Well, now you can put the SAP thing, the SAP or whatever, you press on it, and now they've got it in English too.
That's true. Now, I mean, I don't know if all the games are on that channel or not, but but my point was just that it's just not as easily accessible for me these days. So I don't tend to watch it as much, and it kind of falls off my radar a little bit. I'm so super zoomed in on what's going on locally here with Inter Miami and Miami FC and all that kind of stuff.
That's true. It's true. Well, look, they're talking about the Scottish national team that they're struggling too. James Davis is talking about that. Well, we've got a Scottish guy of our own, and he's pretty damn good, Morgan.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on the Scottish national team, Ed?
Well, I don't know very much. I think they should call up Morgan.
Okay, that's all we got. We're done.
That's my opinion. Yeah,
that's all we got. We're done. Take Lewis Morgan.
Don't say we don't cover other countries. We got Scotland down.
Yeah, right. One player.
And Gustavo's saying that we're geniuses in Spanish.
Okay.
Wow, I'll take it.
Yeah, sure.
Even though he's probably wrong when it comes to Peter, but
I don't get that. I mean, dude, just because I can't speak Spanish. When we were talking about what are you doing during this time, learning another language would be a good thing. But you know what I've been working on, Ed? I know sometimes you see in my videos, sometimes you see two guitars in the corners of my couch. I don't know how to play them, but I have them.
Well, so right now would be a perfect time, Peter Brown.
Exactly, and that's one of the things I've been doing. Because what's cool is Fender, they came out with they have an app, and they said they'd give 3 months free lessons. I've been doing it. I can now play the intro to a Stone song, very poorly, I might add, but I'm giving it a shot.
Well, Peter, then you could grow your hair right now since you can't really cut your hair because there's nowhere to go and cut your hair.
I know.
You could let your hair grow out again, like back in the day, and get that guitar going.
Yeah.
Maybe you could sing. So you'd be that rock star that you looked like back in the day.
Yeah. So I was speaking about that. You could see I've got kind of like a pandemic beard going on here. I'm not really feeling all that motivated to shave these days, and obviously I can't get a haircut. It's getting a little long. I was even entertaining with my wife. I said, "What did you think if I just just keep the mustache and get everything, even if it's just for jokes?" I got it voted down so fast by both of the ladies in this house.
You can do like one of them Fu Manchus, you can bring it up like that.
Yeah. Let's do that. Let's do while we're stuck at home, let's do something fun, right?
Yeah, I'll do that next show. I'll see if we can get these whiskers right here going.
Yeah,
point it up. I got some wax around there. It should work.
Yeah. No, I mentioned it to my wife and daughter, and they both. I couldn't even finish the sentence, and they said no, absolutely not.
Oh man, no fun.
I mean, that's what I said. Even if it's just for giggles, come on.
Yeah.
I will look so bad with just a mustache. It'll be funny.
Yeah. Wow.
They said no.
Great.
My wife said, "Listen, do you love me?" I said, "Yeah." She goes, "Then don't do it."
I like when they use that one.
Yeah.
You
I was
love
like,
me.
my stepdad, the guy that raised me, he had like a big mustache, but it was like 70s and 80s. That was the Magnum PI look, you know? I was like, come on, let me
Yeah.
go for that. Let me do that for a little bit during this this thing that we can't leave the house. Let me goof off. Nope.
Wow.
And you know where I got the idea from? Our buddy Ted Chakowski is in the Facebook. He said he's starting to grow one, and
I saw that.
literally he's got stubble. I mean, he's got nothing.
Yeah.
And he's saying, I'm going to grow it. He already gave up on the beard, and now he's just switching it up to a mustache. The guy's got nothing going on there. I got at least a little something started.
It looks like he drank chocolate milk or something,
and that's it.
It just stained him up there. Yeah.
That's it. I
bad.
hope he's watching this.
Ted, if you're watching, you got to do something.
You got to work on that stash.
Rogaine, put Rogaine on there. Maybe it'll grow, man.
Yeah,
nah, I saw him. He's on here somewhere.
All right, yeah. You gotta work on that stash a little bit. I mean, he's bald like you, but I mean, it doesn't mean you can't grow any facial hair.
Well, see, I don't have any problems with this whole thing. I just shaved my own head. So
I know.
Good.
That was the other thing is when I started saying to my wife, I was like, maybe I should, grow. And she thought I was going to go down the path of shaving my head, like on video, like on the show, shave my head. I was like, no. I'm not going that far. No.
Oh, look, Ruby's on there too. She says, hello, Peter. She's from 954 also.
All right.
954 all the way, she's saying.
All right. Well, I mean, look, I don't ever want to sit there and say 954 all the way. I mean, I've got, county pride, I guess, but I'm not that proud. I mean, you were
born in Miami.
I was born in Miami, but barely. I mean, I was born in, it was Parkway General Hospital. I don't even know if it's still there anymore. Basically on County Line. That's really where I grew up, right around County Line Road. So it's barely Miami. But yeah, I mean, it was Miami. And so, but yeah, I don't ever want to have such civic pride that I'm bashing another city. And we've got a lot of soccer fans do this from both counties. And I got a little riled up earlier, and it irritates me. So, but yeah, I'm cool with 954. I mean, but you know what? If my job was in Miami, I have no problem living in Miami either. I don't care. I don't care. All right,
well, guys, it looks like we're not going to be able to get Michelle Kaufman on today's show. We're going to try to see if we can reschedule with her for Peter's midweek show.
Okay.
If that's okay with you, Peter.
Absolutely. Set it up.
Yeah. So sorry about that, guys. It was a good picture that we used for her too, man. She was in the LAFC stadium.
I know, that's from her Twitter. I ripped it off from her Twitter.
Well, now, we're going to work on that.
The problem is now this video image is false advertising.
We're going to have to change it.
I'll change it.
We're going to have to transfer it to hopefully the middle of the week. So
yeah,
we'll get that done, guys. So sorry about that. Peter's fault.
What? That's
just kidding.
That's the one thing on this show and our agreement with that we've done for years and years and years, Ed, is I may handle a lot of the technology, I may handle a lot of things, but you handle the guests.
Yeah, I always handle the guests, and this is the first time it hasn't worked out. But these things happen, guys, and we'll get her on the next show. But I do have some people lined up for the next couple of shows, so you guys stay tuned. Right now, because we need entertainment. There's no soccer, so all you guys have is our ugly mugs.
Yep.
So you have anything else? Any other messages from anybody, Peter?
Got another one from Anthony.
Oh, Anthony, come on, man! You're hogging up the phone, the voicemails, man.
I got 3 calls from Anthony today.
Well, let's hear it, man.
All right, let's play it. Let's go. We love it.
Hi, Pete. This is Anthony. I have a question. Who's going to be the next great soccer rivalry after Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo retire, in your opinion? Same question.
Oh, wow. A rivalry, up and coming players right now.
I guess.
Man, the Norwegian kid, Holland. I think that's how you pronounce his last name.
Okay.
He plays in with Dortmund. That kid's destroying it right now in Germany. He could have gone to any team that he wanted, but he wanted to go to Dortmund for some reason. He's really good. I've seen that kid, and He seems like a promise, but you got to see what other young player that I could think of right now. I can't think of any other player right now. That's the thing. There's every generation. There's usually one player that's good. At Pelé, we had Maradona.
Yeah.
We kind of got spoiled
With
to have
two.
Messi and Ronaldo.
Yeah, that is
at
unusual.
The same time.
Yeah, I would agree. And these kind of questions, when you start going deep into those kind of things, you don't expect me to answer those. I don't know. I don't know the world soccer as much as a lot of you guys. I really, really have always been very, very local. I watch a little bit of it, but I just don't. I'm a very local kind of guy, and I dig the local stuff. And but yeah, the Zabato is saying Mbappe versus Neymar. I mean, there's lots of good players, but I mean, as far as at the level that Messi and Ronaldo are at, I don't think Mbappe and Neymar are at that level. But and Neymar's in the tail end of his career. He's about ready to come to MLS, right?
Who? Neymar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How old is he?
I think, he's up there in age. I don't think he's. I think he passed his time where he could have been, really destroying it. He's good, but he's not on the level with Messi and Ronaldo.
No. And Anthony, you don't need to apologize, but you're right. You are hurting my brain. You're making us think too much. I don't know. But I love your questions, so keep them coming. They're fun. Even if nothing else, we get a laugh out of not knowing. That's okay.
Well, here's a list that Gustavo LaRusso just sent me right now. It's interesting. Of course, Christian Pulisic's in there. Trent Alexander-Arnold. He's a 21-year-old from Liverpool. He's one of the guys. Mason Mount, have you heard of that fella?
Nope.
Mason Mount. Chelsea. There's some Chelsea people in there, so you guys could talk about him. See if is he that good? Jadon Sancho. He's with Borussia Dortmund. I've heard of Sancho, but I can't even say his first name. So, and there's Luka Jovic. You've heard of him, I'm sure.
Of course, yeah.
Right. He's 22 years old. Kai Havertz. I don't know how you pronounce that. Another 20-year-old. Most of these guys are in Germany. I guess there's a lot of players in Germany that are pretty good.
Yeah, I do enjoy watching the German league when I have had cable, when I have had it. ESPN Plus, please get to the German league. I love watching the German league. I think that's a fun league because it's a little bit of mix of say the flair of Spain and the technical of England. I think it's fast paced but fun with a lot of flair and stuff. I've always enjoyed the German league when I have watched it. Wow,
yeah. Well, here's a Brazilian for you, Peter, that know the Brazilian foosball. There's Eder Militao. He's 22 years old. He's actually with Real Madrid.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And there's Ousmane Dembele. He's with Barcelona. He's French. Have you heard of him?
No, but my
Dembele.
I've got a little something going on here in the background here. I've got my dog running around all over the wires. If something gets disconnected, it's my Yorkie's fault. Yeah. My daughter trying to get him out of here, and he's not interested.
Oh, man.
Dummy.
I'm telling you, them creatures.
He's cute, but he's dumb.
Hussein Aour. I can't even pronounce his name. Aouar. Or something like that.
All right.
With Lyon, he's in France. And Frankie de Jong, I've heard of him before. He plays Barcelona. Joao Felix, he's from Portugal, and he plays for Atletico Madrid. And Mbappe, we heard him, of course. Joshua Kimmich, have you heard of him? He's a German guy, defender, 25 years old. And Benjamin Pavard, another French guy. He plays with Bayern as well. So those are new up-and-coming players. If you guys haven't heard them, there you go.
Yeah. Okay, good stuff. We got another voicemail, Ed. That's what's great about this. If you guys are watching the show live, you could participate on because I'm sitting here with the phone and I see a vibrate go and we got a call.
We didn't even give the number out.
No.
So it's probably
but here
Anthony
it is.
Again. All right.
Here it is. It's those of our viewers that are loyal viewers or listeners. That's great. We really appreciate it. All right, let's go.
Hey, Peter and Ed. This is Omar from West Palm Beach. And I noticed there was a game scheduled stadium for the end of this month, I believe. Supposed to be Honduras versus Czech Republic. It's kind of a preseason game, I guess. I was just wondering, any other teams, any other national teams that were scheduled to come and play at that stadium, or anyone that you guys are looking forward to possibly host at this new stadium there? Thank you, guys. Have a great day.
All right. Well, the question is, when and if are those games going to be able to be played because of what we're all going through? Nobody's traveling. Those games are probably going to get canceled. But I think he was asking, like, what games would we like to see scheduled there, right?
Yeah. Well, for now, most of the international tournaments are not gonna happen. Like the World Cup qualifiers, I know they're not gonna happen this year. Copa America is not gonna happen. You know, that type of stuff. I imagine Copa Oro probably, Gold Cup probably won't be going either because we need all those dates for the. One second. Sorry about that.
So that means that means those teams need somewhere to play. They got to play some friendlies then.
I don't know if they're going to be able to do it because a lot of tournaments are still going on. There's not time, man. At least MLS. Yeah. They need all those dates where there were going to be international games.
Yeah.
They need those to catch up and finish their tournaments. So if we have international games in between, that's going to mess everything up, man. So at least Copa America is not going to be played this year. Next year is going to be full. I don't know how it's going to happen, man. This is going to be interesting in the future to see how they work out all these tournaments.
Yeah, okay. So, but let's go past this thing we're all going through, and into the future. And it's like, really, who do we see coming once we're through all this? Once we got a cure, right? Who do we see coming to play at that stadium, right? Because it's not the biggest team, so you're not going to see, if we're talking international, we're not going to see Brazil play at Lockhart, right? They're gonna play at the Hard Rock, But so we're talking about your Ecuadors or maybe even a Scotland or secondary markets that'll play in a 19,000 seat stadium. I mean,
Honduras, was one of the teams that was playing. Honduras versus Croatia, right. Something like that.
Those would be great.
Mexico, they're going to play at the big stadium. Yeah. Brazil will play at the big stadium.
What about Costa Rica? Where do you think? Do you think they would play at Lockhart?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
I would love to see a lot of those CONCACAF teams come and play some friendlies eventually, whenever they can, whenever they're allowed to, whenever the schedule permits. I would love to see a lot of those. I remember years ago, my wife remembers this, is that it was the beginning of our marriage, and we went to a game at the old Lockhart, and it was U.S. versus Canada, and it was at Lockhart, and it was really nobody there. And I remember we were cheering and yelling and stuff, and these two old guys in front of us were looking back at us, giving us dirty looks, telling us to be quiet. We were too noisy for them at a soccer game, which at that game, it kind of almost felt like a golf tournament. It was really quiet and small crowd and all that stuff.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy talk. Well, one of the guys just said that he thinks Costa Rica should be at the Hard Rock.
Wow, okay.
42 size shoe. But I don't think they would. They're a good team, but I don't think they'd fill up. Hard Rock. That stadium's too big. So right. I think Lockhart's better. I don't think they'll even fill up Lockhart.
Yeah, I think it would depend on who they're playing. All right, so all right, let's move on. We're it's funny as for a good portion of the show we were looking for something to talk about. Now we got too much. So we're getting some text messages. So from our buddy James Davies, who's from the UK, it just won't allow him to leave a voicemail, so he's leaving a text message. It's another tough one though. Who, in your opinion, are the top 5 wonder kids in MLS right now?
Oh, wow!
I wish we had more MLS games in this season to make give a good answer, but there really wasn't enough.
We only had 2.
Right.
Well, at least
we had 2 games.
Yeah, we only had 2 games, at least, for Inter Miami, and yeah, every team only had 2 games, so it's kind of hard to pick.
Is it cheating for me to say Joseph Martinez because he's not? I mean, he's not. I guess he's not a kid, but
and he's hurt right now too.
Yeah, but he's got time to heal now.
He sure does. This kind of worked out for him.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, that was a bad injury though. I know there's some guys out of Dallas that look really good. These are the kind of questions I actually want to know in advance. I should, but we're keeping us on our toes. You're making us brain hurt, like Anthony said. But you can always look to Dallas to see where some of the next wonder kids will come from because they've got such a great academy program. They've turned out, majority of their team, I think, are academy kids. They've turned out so many great academies. I know we're hoping for some of our local guys to be those, like Pellegrini, who's a DP for us. But I'll be honest, so far with what I've seen, I don't know. We may have
it's only been
overspent.
2 games, man. So
I know, but
a little more time.
You're right, and I am partially judging him on preseason.
Yeah,
which may not be fair.
Yeah, but there are players, that played really well, like Figal.
Yeah,
was one of them.
Figal,
that dude is solid. But he's a little bit older, isn't he? He's in like 26 or something.
Yeah, I wouldn't call him a kid.
Yeah. So what other players though? There was the Colombian kid that I was saying that he wasn't playing too good for a little bit, and then he turned it up. And what was his name?
I don't know. I was reading comments. I think Eric Thomas is saying we should save this topic for a whole nother show.
Probably.
And
right.
He might be right because we're basically out of time.
Yeah,
so,
we could talk on this big time.
Yeah,
but guys, again, sorry, Michelle, I wasn't able to connect. We're gonna definitely schedule her, hopefully for the midweek show, to make up for it, and I hope you guys enjoyed it either way. And don't forget, Gainswear 25% discount.
Yeah,
and that code is Futbol, and I'm gonna put it again on the chat. You guys can take advantage because I'm gonna go get something now. Because
yeah, absolutely. I need to do the same thing. I've already bought a couple things from them. I gotta stock up with some more. So
yeah. Look, they're even complaining. 1 hour is already gone. Yeah. Man, so people are liking the midweek show, Peter.
Well, yeah, because here's the thing: is the way I thought about that show is that we're all stuck at home right now, and I'll be honest, most of my ideas I rip off from somebody else. I see that so many YouTubers now are doing more live things because the topic of whatever they're YouTubing about, just they can't do it, right? So let's just have conversations with our community and have fun while we're all stuck at home. So let's goof off a little bit together. So we'll plan on doing that this week. I don't know what the topic will be. Maybe we'll have a guest like Michelle Kaufman. Maybe we'll have somebody else I'm working on. And then if we didn't answer your question now, or we'll go into more detail with that on Thursday or even next Sunday. So, because we should probably save some of these text messages that came in, just for future shows, because we need content. We need ideas of things to talk about. So if you got some ideas of things we should talk about during this time of no soccer, leave those comments, and whether they're now or later, leave the comments on some things you'd like us to talk about in future things, because there isn't any actual games to cover, but we still want to do this. And one thing I'll say is that we're like one of the only ones still doing stuff. All these other podcasts are kind of taking this time because and not really doing a whole lot because there isn't. It's tough because there's nothing to talk about. So we're trying to be creative. Help us be creative by giving us some ideas.
Yeah, for sure. So, yeah, Peter, I enjoyed today because we winged it. We totally winged it.
Totally winged it. I was busy painting all day, not preparing for a show.
Because it was all going to be questions. That's why it was going to be a lot easier. We weren't going to have to talk too much.
Right, exactly. Well, anyways, thanks so much, everybody, for watching. Thanks for all of you that are in the chat. Let me unmute Zapato because you typed something that maybe Google doesn't like bad words, guys. Every time you send one, I got to click hide or approve it. And same thing, for whatever reason, they don't like your stuff either, Ed. So I got to approve it. But, thanks thanks so much for you guys in the community here in the chat room for joining us. And if you want to listen to this on podcast, go to whatever podcast company you like to listen to. We're there, or we will be there very, very soon. And we'll have a new website coming out soon too. So thanks so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we will see you sometime later. I don't know, another video. Bye.